Well, hello. Right now for me, it is the very beginning of January 2025, but this video can help you whether it's 2 months later or a year later, because I want to share about if you get sick, because at this time of year, a lot of people are getting sick, and there is a flu going around right now, and it's really knocking some folks down. And so germs, viruses, bad bacteria, they don't care who you are. They're going to try to invade all of us. They just want to get into a human body and multiply, okay? But if they get into a human body that's prepared, they're not going to stand a chance. But if your human body is not prepared, you're going to be sick for a while, and it's going to be hard to get over, and it's going to wipe you out, okay? So I always try to be prepared. I did get, back in November, I was sitting by a guy on the plane that was coughing on me. I was like, I'll be fine. Well, 2 days later, I started getting sick, maybe even the day after. But it didn't last very long. It just did not stand a chance inside my body. And I also immediately started the right protocols to knock it out quickly. And I recovered very fast. And now I'm seeing a lot of people having a very hard time recovering. So I want to give you some tips on how you can recover better, faster, or maybe even avoid getting sick at all. So number one is exercise. You have to exercise and push your body, not just going on a little walk. You have to put stress on your muscles, teach your body to be strong and resilient. Whether you want to or not, you need to go out there and do that. And I've done other videos on this. You guys know I'm a runner. I can run up mountains still, even though I'm not as fast as I used to be, but my body knows how to push itself and work hard. You can pick different forms of exercise. You don't have to run up a mountain, but you need to push it, and you need to stress out the muscles and then make them learn how to recover and become more resilient. That way, when you do get sick or you get an injury or a wound, your body knows how to heal and repair more efficiently and more rapidly. It really does work. I'm seeing a lot of the people that stay sick the longest and have the most side effects long term who do not exercise. Those who exercise the right way and very consistently, at least 3 to 5 days per week, they're either not getting sick at all, or if they do, it's just very mild, and they're recovering very quickly. Now, some other protocols I do preventatively. I always make sure my vitamin D3 is high. Mine's in the high 80s. You want it to be about 65 to 90. So I use the D3 balance. That's my favorite. It's a 10,000 IU. If you're just taking 1,000 or 2,000, that's not going to be enough. And you want to make sure it has A and K in it, because if you take a lot of D3 by itself, you're going to store a lot of calcium. And you need the cofactors. Magnesium is also a cofactor to activate the D3. So I keep my D3 very high because it's great at fighting viruses and many other things. Sometimes I'll do something called IVR. I'm not going to say the whole word, or I'll probably get deleted on here, but you'll just have to insinuate what that means. And I'm not going to tell you where to get it. You'll just have to figure that out. Sometimes I'll just do it as a preventative, just to clean out my system. And sometimes I'll do it if I actually start to get sick for about 10 days, 12 milligrams. I also really like to use Oceans Alive by Activation Products. It's a marine phytoplankton, but they have their own pristine, clean tank where they grow it, and not straight from the ocean, which is now polluted. Celtic salt is no longer good anymore, full of lead and microplastics, so the ocean is quite polluted. And so I like the Oceans Alive phytoplankton because it's just full of vitamins, nutrients, minerals to keep your body stable and strong. I also like this Colima Salt from Mexico, Colima, Mexico, and it's harvested from a lagoon in Mexico, free of microplastics and heavy metals, and it just remineralizes your whole body. And when your system has all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that it needs, well, guess what? It's going to be able to fight off infections, and either you're not going to get sick at all, or if you do, it's going to be extremely mild and not that big of a deal. When I get sick, I can keep functioning, working, and doing everything. I don't have to lay in bed for days and moan and groan. That never happens. I also really like Solaris. Also by the same company, Activation Products, that makes oceans alive. I'm not the owner or anything. I just found it and I order it and love it. I did get a partial wholesale account, so I do carry it at my office, but you can also order it from activationproducts.com. They are absolutely phenomenal. Solaris is taken daily at 10 drops, and it just helps constantly be removing bad bugs, germs, parasites, bacteria, heavy metals, yeast, because we're always being bombarded, and we always want to keep up on that and not let our bodies get over infested with the bad guys. We do live in a very toxic, polluted world today, and most of us eat horribly and we don't exercise. So obviously you want your nutrition to be really good as well, as good as it can possibly be wherever you live. Please stay away from all the processed and junk foods. That will just wear your system out, and you will definitely be getting sicker, more sick than others, and having a hard time to recover. So it's all a very complete package of health. And one other thing I really like, if you get the flu or any type of virus, COVID, is black walnut tincture. It's an antiviral. You can get that at Natural Grocers, Whole Foods, Amazon. I would even order a bottle to have on hand just in case. Black walnut tincture, 60 drops in 3 ounces of water twice a day for 10 days if you do come down with something viral, especially flu or COVID. And that also works really well with the Ivor. Okay, so those are just some tips that I have. Take care of your body, sleep well, exercise, eat well, have a positive attitude, take the right supplements, and they really do work, okay? I don't like being sick. I don't have time for it, and I don't want to feel crappy for weeks and then have a hard time recovering. So put in the work to keep your body healthy, and then you don't have to suffer. I don't understand why so many people just don't want to put in the work. And then when they are suffering, they're like, oh, help me. But why didn't you help yourself in the beginning? So that's very, very, very important. Don't live like the typical American. You will regret it. Take a different path. Take care of your health. And boy, it's so worth it.